Hi all, just checking my screen is recording. Yeah, welcome to shave number 10. Today is me stressing a little bit, not because of the virus, but I am in self-isolation due to, health conditions, but that's beside the point. The reason I'm stressed today is because I'm using this beast. This is the Muhle R41, rated to be one of the most aggressive razors you can possibly use, other than maybe a cutthroat or anything like that. But yeah, so I'm using that. I've got a new brush today. This is being delivered from China. I like the look of this brush. I think it looks really nice. And it is a Yaki 26mm. And I think it's an Evil Zebra. I think that's the name of the brush, but I do like the look of that. That looks fantastic. I'm going to be using, so that's part of the hardware. Hardware wise, I'm using my Captain's Choice shave bowl. I've already got the shaving cream in there. I was thinking about using a soap, but this brush is it doesn't feel like it's got a lot of backbone. So I thought cream would probably be better. I'm going back to the usual Proraso Preshave cream. I'm using Arko shaving cream. You can see that, yeah. So, and that's the Lavendar, sensitive lavender, I think it is. Following up, I haven't used this in a while, so I'm going to be using my Thatchers Lemon Witchazel. Following that, as a post-shave balm or post-shave gel, is Macaroot. So Body Shop Macaroot. Then I'm going with Marks and Spencer's Woodspice. So that's an aftershave. And then I'm obviously finishing off with the thing I always finish off with, which is that. Sometimes I use Arko, but anyway. So that's me for the day. Me for today's shave. Be right back. I'm going to get everything ready. So here we go. I've put the pre-shave on, and going to go straight to the bowl again. I've shaken it. I've just squeezed the brush out a little bit. And I'm just going to go straight into lather. This feels a little bit dry to me, so I'm going to add a bit of water. It's thickening up nicely. A bit more water. As you can see, beginning to really get some nice lather now. Still think it needs more water. I'm only putting a few drips in at a time. I don't want it too wet, but I do want three shaves out of it. So. Right, so plenty on the brush now, so we'll go with that. Put a bit more water on the face. I can't remember which channel it was, I saw somebody with one of these, these spray bottle plants that you get, or spray bottles for plants that you get, where you just mist the things. I saw a guy with one of those that had it had a pressurized pump. It was a bit like a bike pump, and he basically just went shh like that to wet his face. I thought that was brilliant. I've been looking for one of those on Amazon. It's in the UK and I can't find one. So right, straight to the face. So yeah, I'm in isolation. I have a couple of conditions. That means I have to stay in isolation for couple of months here in the UK. Adding a bit more water. I think that will be revised as time goes on. But yeah, so this is a shave from isolation. What do you think of all this panic buying? Jesus Christ. This is an oldie but a goldie. The only time I ever panic bought anything was at last orders when they ring the bell at the bar. So yeah, but it's not good when you consider you've got NHS staff doing 12-hour shifts. Really, really not good. You know, they come out of they finish their shift, they come out and there's nothing left on the shelves. They can't feed themselves. It's disgraceful, really. So I urge people watching this video, don't panic buy. The supply chain for food is very healthy, and they've, according to the government, bumped it up by 50% in terms of production. So stop doing it. You know, give the NHS staff and the emergency staff a chance to get products. You know, they finish at far later times than your normal work hours. I know from experience that the shifts can, you know, quite often from 7 till 7, 12-hour shifts, and at the moment they're probably doing overtime on top of that. And then they come out and they just want to get something to eat. Really not good. Right, back to the shave. So I don't know whether anybody noticed the mistake last week, but I did the wrong side. I got completely mixed up by which route I was taking and everything. So I'm going to try and get it right this time, I promise. Right, so here we go. So this is, you know, a beast. The Muhle R41. It's nicknamed the Beast. So here we go. And man, you can feel that blade. So just cutting straight through it. I've got about a week again. And I'm just using the weight of the razor. There is absolutely no pressure on this. You can tell because there's a thin layer of soap there. So I'm not pushing at all. You just rest it against your face. Treat this with respect. Really treat this with respect. It will bite you, and it will bite you badly if you're not careful. So, but if you use it correctly, it's actually a really good shave. Really, really close shave. Really good shave. It's particularly suited to this because when you've got 6-7 days growth, like I have, it just goes straight through it. I would say this razor is definitely designed for people who are irregular shavers. This is that aggressive that I may not have to do 3 passes to get a BBS shave. So we'll see. Let's put some water on my face. Use the lather of my beard. I do like that. I'm actually considering either trimming this beard right back or shaving it off completely. My daughter, I actually was thinking about doing it this evening, but my daughter caught me at the bathroom door and really wasn't happy that I was potentially going to shave my beard off. So you can't win. Sometimes she says, oh, that looks a mess, you know, and then other times it's like, no, don't shave it off. So yeah. But I think it's either going to be trimmed right back or it's going to come off in the near future. Just fancy a change in some respects. But I have to be careful. I certainly won't be using the Muhle R41 on my tash area or my goatee area straight away, because I haven't shaved this area for over a year. So the skin will definitely not be used to that. So the blade, there's a very, very slight overhang on the on the razor. Only slight. It's literally 0.5 millimeter. You know, you're looking probably microns, which is, it's great really, because you can still take the head off and still grip the razor blade just, you know. Sorry, I'm not looking at the camera. I've got a different setup this time. I've actually got the camera connected to my phone and it's distracting. I don't know where to look. The darkest thing here is the lens for the Osmo Pocket. Right, so across, now this side is across. I was watching IMCDB the other day, and I think it was IMCBD, and he actually showed me a trick with it, you know, I think it was anyway, and that was give it a bit more of an angle and you'll get a smoother shave. Well, that's exactly what I'm doing. And I can attest to his advice. Very good advice. It doesn't feel as rough. Yeah. You know, you get so confused when you're in front of a video camera. You're not thinking. Yeah, I've done it again. I have done it again. I should have gone against the grain, what you'd call against the grain that turn. So I've done it again. So across. This is a completely different experience. The first time I shaved with this, I looked like I was pouring blood through a strainer. My face looked like the strainer. It chopped me to bits. But it's amazing, you can learn so much from other YouTube shavers. And I've learnt something from IMCDB, so kudos to you, mate. And there are lots of other channels. I mentioned a few last week. One I'd like to mention this week that I didn't mention last week is Paul H. Films. He is a fellow Welshman from North Wales. I'm originally from South Wales, but I now live in the Midlands. But he is a very interesting watch. He puts out shave videos twice a week, and he also has a channel about his eating habits, which he likes, particularly hot food. I once sent him a message telling him about the different strengths of heat you can get up here in the Midlands, the top strength being something called a Bangalore file. So as far as I'm aware, as I was told by the restaurant, it's hotter than your standard file. That's probably one of the hottest curries you'll ever get. And actually they don't like giving it to you unless they know, you can eat it. Right, so I'm going to go up this time. Yeah, I completely messed up that shave again. So this direction on this side is actually across the grain. It's actually across the grain because my hair grows in a just off diagonal. It's almost horizontal that way, but it just goes down there. So I've messed up, so I'm just sorry about that, but here we go. I will get it right one of these videos. It's because I messed it up right at the beginning of my series of shaving videos. This was the next so this was my 10th razor. This was razor number 10 in my purchases. This Arko soap is great. It's got a pleasant smell, very mild smell, but it's got good slickness. I mean, it's really, really nice. So yeah, I've forgotten where I was now. But yeah, so that's right. I was talking about, this is the 10th razor that I purchased. The next razor I'll show you at the end of this video, what I'm going to be showing you next Saturday. I might be doing a few more videos in the week. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I like to, because I hear, certainly IMCDB gets a lot of comments on his channel about him. He's already shaved before he's done his video and stuff like that, and he actually has to post a picture up of his lower, the stubble on his chin. But you can't win sometimes. Well, if I leave mine for 3 to 7 days, then you can't argue with the fact that I've got stubble on my face. But that's not the main reason I do it. Yeah, so back to Paul H. He's got so it's Paul H Films. His other channel is Voxel 007, where you can watch him if it interests you. Eating some spicy food or crispy chicken or various things with very spicy hot sauces. Good feedback. But what I particularly find enjoyable sometimes is the walks he does on that channel around the Welsh Hills. And his local area, there's an old derelict mental house there, and they call it the Mental, I think it is. That's quite an interesting place, and so if you scroll back in some of his videos, he'll tell you the story of that. So that's the third pass, no nicks. So it's the third pass and the third time I've used this, because I've always been very cautious. I can tell I'm going to get a bit of a sting from my alum block because it's already stinging a little bit. I could actually leave it there, but I'm going to go over. That side's got a little bit more. This side is almost completely smooth. I've got a bit there that needs clearing up. But where my scar is, I'm going to do. I like doing the pickup pass. Who doesn't? So here goes. A bit more water on there just to. very soft brush. It has got a bit of backbone. I'm surprised because when I used it without, when I used it dry on my face, it felt very soft, which it still is quite soft. But it's got more backbone than I thought it would have. But I still don't think it's got enough backbone for a hard soap. See, there's hardly any feedback now. Yeah, I'm trying to get through this shave without actually cutting myself, because that would be a first with this, because the second time I did it, yes, my technique had improved and I was a bit more cautious. And this is the third time, and I've changed the technique again after watching CDB, or I am CDB. Just looking for the little bits. But there's plenty of slickness left in this soap after it's dried on your face a little bit, but that's me done. So let's just wash the face off. Yeah. Some cold water. Might get nice and cold. Right, Aloe. My old favourite. I'm not looking forward to this. This is probably going to sting a bit. Oh yeah, there. Oh yeah, that's a good old sting there. And at the back, just under the ears, where I've done my pickup pass. But my cheek, on this side anyway, it's fine. Yeah, there's a bit of a sting here, but not as bad. Above average sting, let's just say that. The sting certainly isn't as bad as the Razorrock Hawk version 2. So I'll give that prize so far to the Razorrock Hawk version 2. That was probably the most uncomfortable alum block usage or use that I've ever had. Well, having said that, when I used the Muhle R41 the first time and put alum block on to try and stop the copious amounts of blood draining out of my face, that's probably gets the crown for the most uncomfortable use of the alum block. So while the alum is doing what it's doing, I'm going to go through what was used today. Obviously, the Muhle R41. It's a really well made piece razor. It's a 3-piece razor. Really nice. I like the knurling on it. I like everything about this. Really, really nice. The Yaki brush, Evil Zebra brush, which, very nice, very nice. Quite different to my other Yaki brush. I've only got 2 now, Yaki brushes, but this one's got quite a bit of backbone to it. so I can use this on a hard soap, because I wouldn't use that one on a hard soap. So that's pretty much that. I use the Astra blue razor blades. I don't even know where I've put those now, so can't show you them. The Arko sensitive shaving cream. Arko's great. It's not expensive, it's on the cheaper side. If you're wondering how I've rolled up that tube, I got a toothpaste tube key, or toothpaste key, I forget what they're called. And you just pop it on like so, and then just twist it, and it'll just, I mean, at the moment that one didn't work, but that's because I've already used it, so yeah, so that's useful. Right, let's wash this off. I've used the alum. I'm now going on with the Thatchers lemon. So I'm just going to clean up a little bit now, let this soak in, and I'll be right back. So back again, that's all soaked in, I've cleaned everything up. So on with the Postshave gel from the Body Shop. So just gonna, so it is actually a gel. So there you go. So I'm going to put this on. Smells lovely. It's got a lovely clean scent. I don't even know what Macaroot is. I've got to look it up. But I'm not one to do descriptive smells, you know, like these wine connoisseurs and stuff that smells like wood or earth. When's anybody ever tasted earth? And surely earth tastes different in different places. Yeah. Christ. Now I'm not sure. This is very cooling. So this might have something in it. I'll have to look up the ingredients. It's something that cools. Very nice. It's not strong cooling, but yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I think I've used this before, but I just don't remember. I probably used it in a previous shaving video, but yeah, that's a lot cooler. It's definitely that's cooling, nothing else. Right, so I'm using the I got this in Marks and Spencer's, the Woodspice Gentleman original Woodspice for gentlemen. So put some of this on. Oh, that's a really nice traditional old-fashioned aftershave, but my God, is that nice. Really, really nice. Very nice smell. I haven't got a clue what that smells like, but in terms of other aftershaves, but it does remind me of an aftershave my dad used to use, you know, because he always smelled like this, but that's beautiful. And then the last bit is the Nivea Men cream. So that's it there, and I'm using that much. And this always just makes everything, it just finishes the shave for me. It just gives my skin that feel that it's been really looked after. And it somehow makes the shave feel smoother as well. So that's it from me. That's my shave. Oh, I did say I was going to tell you what's next. What is next is my Razor Rock Game Changer 0.84. So that's it with that handle. I don't know whether you'll be able to see the actual 0.84 on there. Will it focus? But yeah, that's it there. Got to go that way, I think. But yeah, so hopefully you can see that. So that's the next razor that I bought. So, and then we're approaching the end of the razors. I have just bought one recently, which which is the Rockwell 6C, but that will be in a few weeks' time. We've got at least another 2 razors to go, and then the Rockwell C, and then hopefully I'll have my birthday razor that I've ordered, which is the Supply, and then I've finished the series of razors in turn, or almost in turn. I did do almost a comparison with the Wilkinson sword razors, but at the end of that series, then I'll have to think about what I'm going to do, whether I'm just going to continue with shaving videos with different soaps, just go from there. But I mean, the main purpose of this channel was to show you my journey, which so far we're up to shave number 10. So that's it for now, and I'll see you next week.